Why are we pursuing a dream? Because your success depends on it. You see, successful futures rarely just happen. There is no such thing as an overnight success.
Life-changing, inspirational, and challenging are just a few of the words used to describe Janie Walters' presentation, A New Day or Just Another Day. Janie's experience as an award-winning human communications specialist enables her to fully understand what motivates people. Using wit and wisdom, she vividly explains how our dreams, plans, and actions of today will determine the heights we reach tomorrow. Join Janie now and discover, like hundreds of her other clients, the critical keys for reaching out and shaping your future with ease and precision. Make tomorrow a new day and not just another day.
Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you. Today I feel just somewhat like both the little old lady and the priest who were sitting next to each other on the plane. You see, the little lady was really afraid to fly, but she took comfort in the fact that she was sitting next to a priest. But as luck would have it, a terrible storm came up and the plane was tossed to and fro. And in sheer panic, she looked at the priest and she said, "Father, you are a man of the cloth. Can't you do something?" To which the priest replied, "Madam, I am in sales, not management." Well, the past few years, when you think about diseases running rampant, when you think about the stock market rising and crashing, when you think about budget cuts and job layoffs, and you look at it all, you might think, you know, like the little old lady, can't somebody do something? But unlike the priest, we are all involved in management. No, I can't manage the nation, I can't manage the stock market, but there's one thing I can manage, and I can manage me, and I can manage my business. Tomorrow does not have to be a storm for any of you, regardless of what you're going through. There is something we can do to reach out and start shaping our tomorrow. In order to explore our ability to do that, we have to assume a marksman's stance and look for three critical keys. The stance requires us to get ready, to take aim, and to release our arrow. First of all, getting ready requires us to dream. Now, I want you to know some dreams get us absolutely nowhere. Just like the wife who was talking to her husband, and she said, "Darling, last night I dreamed you gave me a fur coat." And he said, "Well, good. Tonight when you dream, wear it well." But there are some dreams that are truly life-changing. Let's consider two questions when we talk about dreaming. One, what is a dream? I was attracted to the definition I found in the lyrics of a song. A dream is a wish your heart makes. When you think about your own life, when you think about the lives of your families, when you think about your organizations and your businesses, what are the wishes that your heart makes for them? Personally, do you wish that you were healthier, or perhaps that you could write a book, or maybe that you could live in a debt-free world? Maybe for your families, do you wish that you had that storybook relationship with your husband or your wife, with your children and friends? And maybe with your companies and organizations. I mean, do you wish that you could somehow improve the communications between your departments, or have stellar customer service so that you're actually written up in national books? Or perhaps you just want to increase your sales. It all begins with those wishes that the heart makes. It begins with a dream. And you might say, "Well, Janie, why is that a starting point?" I mean, many of the speakers have talked about success. Why are you starting with the dream? But I'm telling you, that is the only place to start. Why are we pursuing a dream? Because your success depends on it. You see, successful futures rarely just happen. There is no such thing as an overnight success. Many people think John Grisham was an overnight success, for after all, we had never heard of him, and poof, we had the firm, we had the client, we had the Pelican Briefs. But let me tell you, when he first started writing, he was a young lawyer in the small town of Oxford, Mississippi. He was working 8- and 10-hour days, but he had a dream, and that dream was buried deep inside of him. He said, "You know, I really think I've got a book inside of me. I want to write." And so he would get up early in the morning, long before his family ever arose, and he would write. And he would come in from long days, and then he would write. Whenever he finished his book, nobody would publish it, so he self-published. And he took that book in the trunk of his car from town to town to town, trying to get someone to, first of all, buy it, put it on their shelves, and sell it. A friend believed in John Grisham's book. So he took it to New York, and he went from publisher to publisher to publisher until one said, yeah, I think this gentleman has talent, but this book is already published. Have him write me another one. Undaunted, John Grisham went to writing in that same really hard schedule, and he produced The Firm. An overnight success? Hardly. He had a dream, and he worked really hard on it. Dreaming, critical key number 1. Critical key number 2, once you get your dream firmly in hand, and y'all, you've got to make it so clear that you can actually see into the future. It's got to be as tangible as this bow. But once you get your dream firmly in hand, you're ready to go to the next stage, and that simply is to take aim. And that means to plan. Now, y'all, you cannot put your dreams on autopilot, or you'll wind up like the passengers on one ultra-modern supersonic plane who had just settled back for a flight. And a voice came over the intercom, and it said, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fully computerized flight pattern. Every detail in planning has been carefully tested. There is nothing to worry about. Everything will be all right, all right, all right." I mean, it's not going to be all right. You cannot put your dreams on autopilot. I'm telling you, if the God of the universe saw fit to plan, we too are going to have to. We're not going to get out of it. I mean, when he decided to save just a remnant of humanity, he gave to Noah intricate plans and details on how to build the ark. The same thing with the tabernacle, the same thing with the temple. And even his prophet Jeremiah said, "I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord. They are plans for good and not for evil. They are plans to prosper you and to give you health." And those words are coming down through the centuries to you. There's a plan for your life. And just like God has a plan for your life, we too need to step into that plan and plan our actions. You've got to have a plan. Now, in my keynotes and in my workshops, I either introduce at this stage or I lead participants through 7 easy steps for goal setting. You know, some speakers will make mission statements and goal settings and writing plans sound like rocket science, and it's really not. It's a very simple thing. For time's sake, let me tell you about one of the most important of those 7 steps. And that is simply, once you get your dream firmly in hand, the next thing you must do is to write it down and post it where you can see it. I mean, you cannot let it move itself to the back burner. Some people don't have back-burning time. I mean, we've got to get on with our lives. The best way to explain how important it is for us to write our dreams and our plans down and to post them is to use this simple little Polaroid camera. Now, y'all, this is an inexpensive camera, but it makes a wonderful point. Lorna, may I take your picture? Okay, oh, she's going to smile. All right, good. Thank you so much. Now, in just a minute, an image is going to appear on this page. Do you think Tom is going to appear on this page? How about the gentleman in the back row, propped up on the table? Is there any way that he's going to appear on this page? Or perhaps the lovely lady over here in the peach outfit. Will she be here? Who is the only image that is going to appear on this page? Lorna. Why is Lorna the only one that's going to appear on this page? Because the camera was focused on her. And I'm telling you, nothing will appear in your future out there if you don't first focus on it. And y'all, you've got to work at this thing called focus. I'm telling you, write your goals and your plans down. Put them on the inside of your briefcase. Put them on the dashboard of your car. Put them on your bathroom mirror. Perhaps even on your computer screen. Write it down and keep it ever before you. You've got to plan. Once you've got your dream firmly in hand, you're ready. Once you have planned, you have taken aim. And now it's the easy part. All you have to do is release your era. Now, many people fail at this stage because they feel like somehow their plan is going to require some huge investment of time or money or energy. And so they say, well, I don't really have those things right now, so I'm going to wait. I was talking to a lady in our audience who's with the hospice service. I mean, you don't know that you can wait. You've got to get started today if you want tomorrow to be what you want it to be. Tomorrow is coming, and it's coming on time. It's not going to be late. Are you? I mean, we've got to get ready and take some action. And so let me tell you, releasing is not a matter of doing a lot of work. It's releasing your time, releasing your effort, and releasing your money a little bit at a time. I mean, look how simple this is. You got it? I've got my dream in hand. I've taken the time and effort to write it down and structure it. But now, in order to get started on it, all I have to do is release. Would everybody get an imaginary bow in your hand? Come on, would you get your bow if you're left-handed, this way? All right, now then, it worked real hard. Would you get a bow? Thank you. All right, I'm teasing. Okay, now then, would you pull that bow back? Now then, I want you to watch really, really carefully what you do when you release the arrow. You ready? Release. What moved? Did your bow hand move? Did your hips move? I mean, did your head move? Did you have to walk around and jump around? What moved? Do it. Okay, isn't that amazing? I know some of y'all are doing this, okay. I mean, isn't that amazing? It's just a little motion, and I am telling you, in order to start going in the direction of your tomorrow and the tomorrow that you want your life to be like, all you have to do is one thing every day that moves you in the direction of your goal. Would y'all repeat that after me? I must do one thing every day that moves me in the direction of my goal. Oh, super, thank you. And I am telling you that the law of physics says those things that are in motion tend to stay in motion. That's exactly right. And if you won't think, oh, I've got to spend hundreds of dollars, or I've got to invest this huge amount of time, if you will just think, release one thing every day. Okay, there you have it. My critical keys for shaping your tomorrow. You're going to get your dream firmly in hand. You are going to take aim by writing a plan down. And then you're going to release that effort doing one thing every day that moves you in the direction of your goal. I am telling you, I don't care what you're trying to accomplish, personally, professionally, or corporately. This system will work for you. And I am really good at teaching it, and I would love an opportunity to work with your people. I'm telling you, tomorrow can be the most special day of your life. As a matter of fact, it can be a brand new day. It doesn't have to be just another one. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all were special. Thanks.
You've only heard a portion of what this great speaker has to offer. For more information or to book this speaker, please call the number on the videotape.